name is Miss Christiana Puente, and I was born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. Thesis Exhibition is something I need to graduate first off for my university. Art majors will show a body of work. For art education majors, which is what I am, we actually have to present our pieces to some of the faculty in our department, and they'll essentially be the ones who kind of decide whether or not we show. Whether or not we've spent enough time with our body of work, if we've thought things through. And that's a little bit stressful because if we don't meet those requirements, then our graduation gets pushed back an entire semester. So it's something that we really have to be on top of, which is one of the things I'm a little bit nervous about for the semester. Yeah. I'm gonna have to open up the other pack because it has this seam down the piece, down the cloth. So, and I think it's also too small for the other piece because that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting out the cloth right now so I can iron it. After I iron it, I'm gonna put some gesso on top to essentially make my canvas. And yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna open up the other one right now. So what I've been using is Hyper Tough 9 feet by 12 feet canvas drop cloth. And I buy this in the painting section of Walmart or Home Depot, and it's essentially drop cloth. And what I do is, I was saying, I put gesso on top of it and it makes it into a sturdier piece of cloth, and then I use that cloth for canvas because canvas is expensive. And gesso is essentially it gives canvas and raw canvas a base, and some people will use it if they want to paint over one of their paintings and kind of not waste the canvas. So I put it on this drop cloth because this cloth kind of mimics raw canvas, and I just kind of use a really big brush and to get a good coat on it. It just gives me an opportunity to work big. Coming to college, over the years, my pieces have just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, and I enjoy, the striking quality that big pieces have to them, or they almost demand your attention when they are that big. The cool thing about the fabric is that I can manipulate it in any way I want to because it is fabric, and so they're going to be freestanding. Hopefully, I have to meet with the gallery director to talk about it. I want to set it up to where whenever you first walk into the gallery, you see the back of the piece first, and then when you walk around it, you'll see the rest of the piece. I'm interested to see how that comes out. And talking to my professor about it, they want to see one done in the next month, one completely finished, ready to be in the gallery, so that way we can kind of talk about whether or not it's a good way for me to go with my pieces. And if they like it, then they like it. But if they don't think it's ready, then I don't show. So I think that that's kind of, it's definitely like an anxious line to be on. And I just need to decide what I want to do, because at the end of the day, like, this has to be a body of work that I'm proud of. I think that the best thing for me to do is just continue to like question my process, but also continue to be like, is this really how I feel, or am I just feeling this way now because other people have told me to feel this way about my pieces? So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But I think that I'm just gonna focus on continuing making the work I want to make, because at the end of the day, like, this art is more for me than for anybody else. And usually when I stay home, I like to make myself coffee. Sometimes I feel like if I'm going out, it's hard to get back in like the working mood, I guess. If I plan to work for a while, which I do today, I'll make myself some coffee here, and then, I don't know, sometimes I'll use it to take like a mental break too sometimes whenever I'm making the pieces. But I got this nifty French press here that makes really good coffee. Wait, let's ask a question. Will my pieces be good? It already dropped. Oh, it doesn't say anything. Let's see. Ask me again later. Okay, that's not promising. The chicken wire gives me a really good and lightweight base to make these organic shapes with the cloth, and I'm not restricted by the rectangle and the straight edges of a canvas. It really allows me to explore the material, and I've been able to come up with some interesting shapes and playing around with how the material can bend and how it can crinkle, how it can stretch. And probably one of my least favorite parts about this entire process is prepping it, and it's because it can be physically painful sometimes on my hands, and it's just something that I have to like push through though, because I know the end result is going to be something that I'm really proud of, and I just have to keep on working. I'm able to make these beautiful shapes, but using some of these materials though can be kind of difficult sometimes. I just got an email from my professors about the meeting that we had today. So the email is just saying that in order to get approval to do my show or to be a part of the BFA thesis, I have to have 5 of my pieces done in 2 weeks. And I have the second piece outlined on the canvas already. And so I have to get that done. Then I need to do the wiring structures for 4 of the pieces. I still have to draw one of the pieces. And so, feeling pretty stressed right now, honestly, not gonna lie about that. I want to say that I'll get in, but I really don't. I can't tell you at this point because for all I know, like I could feel really confident and feel like I know everything going in, and then I show or I present my pieces and then they're like, what is this? The email also is talking about asking whether or not I think that it's necessary to have the pieces be freestanding or be floating in the air. I think I want it to be that. I like that idea of people being able to weave in and out of my pieces. And I guess just something, because they were asking too, like, well, what if we just put them on the walls? That's what they were saying in the email. And I think that the conflict I have with that is, honestly, like, it would be a lot easier to do that. But I don't know if it's what I want to do. You're spending all this time with this work and you know it means something to you, but it's to the point where you have to convince other people, like, this is meaningful, like, let me show. And it's terrifying. Like, I don't want to be pushed back another semester of school. Like I said, it makes that finish line even further away. If you just put them on the walls and you just make the piece, and then, you know, I would paint this out, and then that would be that, and then I would pin it, which would be really easy. I feel like I have a particular vision in my mind for these pieces that I think can be extremely visually interesting, and I don't know if I want to compromise that because of time. I want to be able to progress, and definitely finishing school would be a huge accomplishment for me. You know, I was just like thinking, maybe if I can get 4 solid pieces done, then maybe that's all I show, as opposed to having 5 subpar ones. But I just need to keep moving, honestly, because I really think that if I just keep working consistently and efficiently, then I think it's going to be okay. I just have to, it's going to be a lot of late nights, early mornings. I'm a part of a first generation family of college students, and going to college in the first place was a huge deal. Being able to afford it was an even bigger deal. And so graduating is going to be the biggest deal. So I definitely don't want to prolong that anymore when I feel like I've worked so hard to get here. I think it's a reasonable timeline, honestly. It's just kind of stressful for me because this is the deadline, and deadlines are stressful, but I think that I know I have a clear vision of what I want to do, and I know how much time needs to be allotted. And there was a lot of experimentation in that very first piece that I was doing, and so now I kind of know how long things take. I know the process of it, and hopefully this next time it can just go a little bit faster. I'm gonna keep working hard this semester because I want to show and I want my stuff to be seen. I have been nervous going into almost all the meetings, especially this one because it was our last meeting before all of our shows, and I was very scared about what they would think of my pieces, if I would get approved. But coming out of this last meeting, it's honestly, I feel very relieved. It's just now I know what I have to get done and I know I can do it. And they said that it went really well. I got all my 5 pieces in process, and it's essentially just, okay, I know what I have to do, I know when I have to get it done, now it's just getting it done. So I have a list of things I have to do. I feel a lot better about it, so yeah. Enough room with the measurements.
Excellent. Yeah, you're good. You can start.
Okay, great. Go ahead. Hold it on. Hold it. Yeah. One piece down. 4 to go. My heart's kind of pounding still because I'm really scared of heights and I'm pretty far up, or it feels really far up to me. We got the piece leveled, but the center string is crooked, so I have to go back in and fix that before I do my other pieces. But that's not even something I was thinking about because it wasn't as noticeable when we did the mini install. So I'm gonna go back, fix that first line to where it's not crooked because that really bothers me. And then we're just gonna hang the rest. So here we go. First, I was gonna have them even from the bottom up, but we were talking about it and I was like, I don't know if that's gonna look right. So, especially since they're all different sizes, so we're gonna try to have an even eye level across all of them. So I'm happy I didn't put them closer because that's what I was originally gonna do. But I think in a bigger space, it's better for the pieces in general. I'm pretty scared of heights. Every time I go up, even past, 2 feet, 3 feet, my heart literally starts to pound. I took a break, but when I put up the first 3 pieces, the first time I went up there, it was extremely terrifying. I almost was gonna have Edward put the pieces up for me because of how scared I got, but I really wanted to do them myself. And then it was like, okay, that was scary. The second string we put up, or the second fishing line we put up, it was less scary, and it got less scary the next few times. And then we took a break right now, and it's all back. So yeah. I'm very proud of the work that I made. I think it's one of those things where, like, seeing them up, you kind of see all the things that you want to still work on, if that makes any sense, but I'm very happy with them. Yeah, it was worth it. It's kind of crazy that it's already here, because it feels like it took us forever to get here, but then it also went really fast. But tomorrow's the show. Tomorrow we open. I can't believe it. I really can't.